Okay, this is the what I've been working toward for quite some time now, trying to get rid of some cars. I may have an announcement about doing a giveaway on the cars coming up here soon. Stay tuned for that. We got to make sure that it's I can legally do what I want to do. So we have a call into my attorney. But for now, what I want to do is get through a lot of these projects that I've been planning and working toward, and this is one of them. I put CarCapsule in the store, but I'm retailing it. You know, my definition of retailing is you take a stock photo and you take a stock description and you throw it out there into the universe and you hope somebody buys it. Well, what I would rather do is take my own photos, make my own videos, make my own discoveries, and then, you know, pick, 3 or 4 of the products that make sense, rather than just trying to retail like a whole line of products. Now, CarCapsule is a little different because there are different unique needs. I'm going to figure out by buying, each one of these if I can, buy one, and then by the way, after this video is over, this will be for sale. So hit me up, Matt at obsessedgarage.com. I'll give you, whatever my cost is on this, or maybe a little less, in order to, that you're affording me the ability to do some testing on products and see how it works. So this is the original bubble, the original version of a bubble, which I've never had. I've always dreamed of having one of these, but by the time I was able to get one that I have in my wash bay, you've seen me do videos on the CarCapsule Showcase. This is very different than the Showcase. The Showcase is a drive-in, drive-out, much larger, takes up much more space. This is just a regular bubble where we're going to figure out how it works, but I've seen videos on it because I've been watching them forever. The good news is hopefully this will be the best quality video of any video I've ever seen. Normally they were filmed in like 2004 and then uploaded from VHS to YouTube. So hopefully we'll get a little better angles of this. But you lay it out. We roll back the poly or the clear area. You drive the car up on, and then you gently roll it over top of the car. And I want to make sure that this is for us detailed types. My car is not super clean. It's got some dust on it. It's got some pollen on it, and so I want to make sure, is this something viable for my car, whether clean or unclean, without scratching it up. I'm about to do a paint correction on the M3, so I'm going to be fixing any scratches if I put any in it. So we'll see how viable this is. So first thing it says, don't use a sharp object. So you want to make sure that I'm just scoring the tape. I don't want to slice into my car capsule. It might make sense to just use some scissors on this. I'm just going to make sure to be really careful that I don't cut through the box and through the tape completely. So these things weigh quite a bit. They condense them in these tiny little boxes. The tricky part is when I sell this to you, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it back in the box. So this one, I gotta go look up the model on this thing. Okay, this is the 18-foot indoor car capsule with checkerboard floor. I don't know that I'd recommend the checkerboard floor. I'm not sure why Chris ordered this for me, but we got it. Oh, this is for the Corvette. Yeah, well, I'm going to pull my M3 in it. The packaging weight's 58 pounds. So this includes a patch kit, a Power V5, which is probably this thing, filter, fan, and then the main unit. So this is a Intella charger for your car, which comes with it. So that's in the box here. And by the end of this, by getting through the final, the product line, we'll have a better assessment for, what everything is. I know the CarCapsule Showcase really well, but I don't know these as well. So you're watching me discover this as if it were the first time, because it is. All right, so we got some patches, 2 black patches, 2 white patches, and 2 clear patches, it looks like, yeah. So 2 sets of clear patches in case you needed to patch it up. Here's our filter element. This looks the same as the Showcase. It's like a charcoal type filter. And then this is likely our fan. So the way these work is they have a fan that just runs all the time. You just run it. The innocent byproduct is you end up with some, at least on the Showcase, not so much on these, but on the Showcase you end up with some filtering of the air, where the air runs through and recycles. This one I think is going to be a bit more airtight, but it does have zippers, so this should also have the same byproduct, where you end up with air cycling through, you know, maybe one time an hour or something like that, via the computer fan here that's installed. So I think this, you know, it runs, doesn't require a whole heck of a lot of energy to run the thing, but this will just run constant. And it's a relatively inexpensive thing to replace. And then of course you have a power supply as well. So this looks to be the same fan as the Showcase. And now we have our main unit. Let's just do this. And then they have a pull strap here. Just pull that through. And then we're gonna just roll it out. Okay, so we're gonna set up the car right here and see how this thing works. So this is certainly a lot lighter than the Showcase. It's pretty darn monstrous. Yeah, so I'm just playing a sad joke on me here with this checkerboard business. So this is 18 feet long. So I clearly don't think we need it to be this long for the M3. We'll obviously have to center it up. Yeah. Checkerboard. Okay, this is not a how-to because I never had this thing before, so I'm just figuring it out on camera. So I think we lay it out and then fold back the clear part. The other thing that'll be interesting to see how long. It takes about a week for the Showcase, for the clear plastic to clean up, if you will, to get all the wrinkles out. I've tried steaming. That doesn't really work. It doesn't work at all. So you just have to give it a little time to get the wrinkles out. So obviously you would use something like this, and if you had a nice, you know, a two-car garage is oversized, or you had some space, you could fit your car in a bubble. So I would think, there's our zipper. Where's our zipper terminate? Find out where it terminates. So the zipper goes all the way around. It'll be at the very last inch. There it is. So I'm gonna have to come all the way around with it. Have to be careful with that. Keeping the rubber out of the way. So this is the back here. Okay, now I gotta go back around. Okay, so now let's unzip. So the zippers on these things I'll talk about more when it blows up. But these zippers are really stout. You don't have to be gentle with them. In fact, it's better if you pull against them. Okay. So now we're going to take the clear poly side. We're going to roll it back. This is what I'm afraid of with these bubbles. This part is so darn heavy. I don't know that I want this rolling over top of my car, but we're gonna find out. So then I think for the first one, I'm just gonna, since I have so much room in here, I'm just gonna pull it all the way back. But you should, I think we should roll it up. So what we'll do here, we'll get it set up to start, and then I'll let it sit here for a little while, maybe a day or two, and come back and figure out what's the procedure to get your car in and out on a regular basis. You see, to me, this is much more of a permanent, like I'm gonna winterize the car, or I don't drive the car but X amount of times per year, because you can't drive in and out of this one. Now the problem is, I've got this all rolled back. I'm gonna have to get the fan in there. I don't know if this is gonna be the best way to do it. Yeah, this is way too big. I think for any normal car, you're not gonna want 18 feet. So, Chris is not allowed to do any ordering of this kind of thing ever again. Checkerboard, too big. I love the smell. It smells like a brand new bounce house. It smells so good. Actually, since I have that rolled back, yeah, see, I don't want to be messing with this when it's on the car. So I want to try to get this thing all cleaned up. Now, I would think, you know, the second, third time after you blow this up and get it all taken used a few times, that it won't be this big of a procedure. And I think this turns into like a squarish bubble. See, I wonder if when you put this away, first of all, I wonder how you're going to put it away. And I wonder, will it get all stuck together again? Or will it kind of, once it's not so new, gets a little bit of dust on it, will it come apart without having to go through this whole process? Gotta work for it. I'm sweating. People are gonna be yelling at me again for mouth breathing the whole time. Okay. Should get it going, it's not that bad. See, I wouldn't want to be doing this with my car underneath it. That's for darn sure. So I've been dealing with companies trying to get things done. You know, I think if I can give you one piece of advice, if you're an employee, if you're a business owner, you already know this, but if you're an employee, dig in deep, man. Make it so that, you know, if this is an extended economic downturn, make it so that you are the most valuable person in the organization. Double down instead of going into scarcity and survival. Like, I call this company, like, oh, well, we're short-staffed. I'm like, I'm trying to buy like a lot of stuff from you. Like, that should be your priority. You know, get your crap together. We got all this downtime, you know it's coming, so get prepared for whatever you got to do to survive, not just health-wise, but also economically. I mean, money and health are directly correlated, so you need both, not just one. So you want to come out of this with a job. So here at HQ, we're doubling down, man. Put in the effort while we can, in case we can't. That's why I'm here messing with this darn car capsule. Calling companies trying to buy stuff. Buy bulk hose reels so that you have them if you want to buy it. So that's my little piece of advice to you. Go into efficiency mode, not scarcity mode. You want to make yourself invaluable. Step up. Not just from a cleanliness perspective, but from a job performance perspective as well. Use this as your time to shine. And don't wait for somebody to tell you what to do, because they don't frickin' know. Just do what you know how to do in whatever position it is you have. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is roll this back. Let's put the fan in first. I'm gonna try to roll this back as neatly as possible, so that way I can unroll it as neatly as possible onto the car. And I actually think the way to make this viable, it's gonna be a two-man job. Not a two-man job if you're into regular car care, but if you wanna keep your car from getting all jacked up, I think this is gonna be a two-man deal. Okay, so this is gonna have to go on the inside. Can't really mess this up because there's Velcro and there's Velcro, so it only goes on one way. I would think logically this will make sense to put the 110 volt plug on there, 60 hertz plug. So you have to put the filter on first. And so this has to slide in. So let me create a little bit of space here for me. Reach inside. Actually, I always get this wrong. The filter goes inside of this little gap here. I always get it wrong and put it all the way through. Okay, make sure it's flat and flush. That's pretty good. And take our fan. Now, what the heck do I do? Oh, okay, there's a power cord slot here as well. So I would suggest getting some Gorilla Tape to tape around this, because this obviously isn't going to hold up a rodent in your garage, but you'll know it because I'll chew a hole through it, so at least you'll know what you're dealing with. And so I don't want them sneaking through a little hole in the back, because those little suckers can climb through tiny holes. Because to me, that's a lot of what this thing is about. It's about keeping bugs and rodents and crap off my darn car. Okay. Make sure we got a good Velcro on that. Good. Now I can roll it back. We'll plug it in when it's all done. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna like this sitting on my car, am I? Because it has to sit on the car. So this to me would be car cover first inside of car capsule. But we're gonna find out. I should go home and get the Corvette because I don't give a crap about that thing. Oh, like this. and then we'll 2-man back roll it. So let's pull the M3 in here, put it in the spot. There's going to be some best practices, I'm sure, that you'd only kind of figure out over time. But let's just give it a whirl. All right, so I can already tell you don't want white on the floor, so don't get a white one. Just roll it. That's where the car will sit. Just see. I guess 18 feet doesn't look that big when you get the car on it, but it's still, I think a 16-footer would have been fine on this. Shoot. Okay. Now, so my back, oh man, I don't like this at all. I'm not really centered either, am I? Should be okay. All right. This is like a 4-person job, I think. So if I had my Cover King, is it Cover King or Cover Craft? I think Cover King. I would put my satin stretch cover on the car first, and then it wouldn't matter. I could just flip this up on it. Let's get let me get a couple of people and see if we can put this on without ruining my car. Where's Jeff? Hey Jeff, come help me roll this. Okay, so it has to roll this way. Yeah, coming up like this. It's just. This is a horrible idea. Well, we'll be fixing the paint anyway soon. Now the problem is, we got to yank on it. No. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Never. Sorry, buddies at CarCapsule. This is getting punted immediately.
This feels wrong.
It is wrong. I'm scratching the crap out of the paint. You'd have to have a car cover. You have to have a clean car, so you never put a car cover on a car unless it's clean. But even this, I wouldn't want this on my clean car either. It's gonna stick less over time, but that'd be even worse. So this is, like I said, this car capsule thing would be for a regular car. A car that you don't care to get scratched up or you don't know any better. But for us obsessed garage types, the Showcase, I can already tell, is clearly the way to go. The Showcase is freaking insane. It's awesome. And yes, PPF will scratch too. So that's not a solution. Okay, so now the concept is it'll blow up and not touch the car anymore. But you gotta get it to the car. Pro-lock power cord. Put this on and lock it in place. So let's start our stopwatch. Add 20 seconds to that. We'll see how long it takes to blow up. So yeah, I mean, to do this, these lesser expensive bubbles like this, you'd want to put a car cover down first. You certainly don't want to put it on when it's dirty like I have it now. It's not dirty, but it's like semi-dirty. I know on camera everything always looks clean, but so now it's going to release from the paint. But regardless, anytime you put it in or take it off, you're going to have to touch the paint. But it's going to look pretty cool when it's in here. It's pretty insane that little baby computer fan fills this thing up. And so the zippers will act like a natural recycling. So the air is just recycling out the zippers on the bottom. And then all these wrinkles will come out over time. Get off my paint. Touch it. That's cool. So, I mean, it's kind of neat now that it's in here, but so the showcase has columns that fill up and then it maintains the shape. We never have to roll it over the car. So this, for a car like this, where the paint is going to be corrected, protected, I don't ever want to have to roll this thing across it. Certainly, if you're going to do this, first precaution is you're going to want it to be clean. So you want the car to be cleaner. You're not going to want to drive in. You're going to want to drive right in from washing it and put it in here. And if it is a little bit wet, because the air's cycling through, it'll clean it out. In fact, if you want to keep air cycling through the interior, you can leave the windows down and let it cycle through. The thing's pretty substantial though. Look how big that is. What we did on my showcase, we left it, took it out and put it out in the sun. Left it in the sun for a while. And it really worked on a lot of the wrinkles. You're gonna build up some static electricity, walk across and, whoo, that'll get you. Watch this. Whoa! Yeah! That was.
I think I saw that. I wasn't even looking.
Dang it. So now it'll sit like this. Let me look up on this. So it took, well, I mean, we're at 550 and it's been blowing up for a little while. So it took, 5 minutes to blow the thing up, maybe 6 minutes. And you just leave it running like this. I've never had, for a sustained period of time, having to, the fan is going to be a little annoying, so you'd want to kind of tuck that in the corner, I think. But let me see, how much is this one? Okay, so pricing on these works. There's a 20-foot tall indoor. That'd be for like a truck. That 20-foot tall indoor is $529. Then they have a 20-foot indoor. 18-foot tall is $499. 18-foot indoor is $489. So that's what we have. We have an 18-foot indoor at $489. And then I think you have the option to select a black floor. So just to put it in perspective, so this one's $500 versus a showcase in black, which is what I have. And I have an 18-footer at my house. So the 18-footer is $2,095. So what, $1,600 more for a showcase than this one. And so, the question is, do you go through the effort? So you're going to buy a $300 car cover. You're going to limit your use by probably, I would say, 75%. Because a showcase you just pull in. So if you have the space to put it, if you had a big warehouse or something like that, or a big barn, and you wanted to store your car in one of these, you'd have to go through the process of, like, to get this thing out, it's going to take me, 5 or 6, maybe 10 minutes. I'm going to try to get it out and take the car cover off and all of that. but so a showcase can be $1,500, but you're going to use it probably three times more. So 3 times the price, 4 times the price, and you're going to use it 3 or 4 times more than this. Certainly interesting, but I think I'm going to take this out of the store. If you want one of these, I can order it for you, but from a detailer perspective, I don't think I'm going to suggest this. And the only way that I would do this, put this on the car, is if you were going to put a car cover on first. Because then it won't matter. You can just kind of roll it up on there and it'll slide better. It won't get stuck to the paint. That's probably the only way I would do this one. But it's cool. Cool to check out. This one's for sale. Let's say it cost me a lot to ship this thing. So let's say 400 bucks. I've used it once. Shoot me an email, matt@obsessedgarage.com, and we'll ship it out to you if you have an application for this. But certainly look cool in photos. But I like the showcase, no question. I'd pay the extra money for the showcase all day, every day. All right, I wrapped up the video, but I realized I'm gonna take it down, so I might as well do it. But it's also cool that like you could literally throw stuff at the car. Yeah, I mean,
Piece of crap.
so like if you have kids, this would help with bikes. Let's try. Let's run a really fancy bike.
Shocked all the way over here.
Yeah, I mean, what? I'm testing.
Real world testing.
It's real world product testing.
You gotta get on the bike and ride.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna mess up my bike. So obviously it's gonna hit right here. Oh, maybe not. I mean, it does alleviate your chance of your kid coming and jacking up your car. I mean, even if it hit the mirror, it's probably not gonna scratch. So as they're running stuff around on your car or near your, oh shoot, I put a hole in it. You gotta do it with a really fancy bike. All right, let's break it down. Zipper. To pull against the zipper, plug it. And then, this is the part that I don't like. So got to roll it off the car. Yeah, so I think it's just pretty clear that you would want to put a car cover under this first. Or I guess, just make sure the car is really clean, because this is something that you'd use for like winterizing your car. You'd be using this car capsule if you were not planning on driving the car anytime soon. Yeah, you can even see it in the pollen. This is bad. I mean, at least, yeah, Kyle does make a good point that at least it's sticking. It's not sliding, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
This is like one of those stupid reusable cleaner things they show you on like an infomercial where you just like roll it around and fix up all dirt.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work. Kind of, your front bumper would be messed up if you keep on doing that, but.
Yeah. You can see the
It's like zebra printed.
from the dust that was on the car. Poor M3. Don't do that. All right, I don't want to do this now. I just wanted to light it on fire. It's a $300 test. $400 test. It's pretty neat. think it might work. It's not that bad to put away. It would take you, what, 15, 20 minutes? This is like putting your Christmas tree back in. You know, it never goes back in the freaking box again. I gotta put all that stuff back in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. I'm gonna keep chasing products like this. One of the things I'm really excited to get working on is bring in sonic toolboxes so I can start to narrow down which one of the toolboxes I like the most. Again, instead of retailing it, we're gonna make it, curate it, and choose the ones that make the most sense. Thanks for watching.